guys, welcome back. My name is Allie and this is my friend Ohan.
Hello.
So today we are going to talk about our guest interactions that we had in the past, funny, our worst ones, our favorites, etc. Alright, so we're going to begin. Okay.
So Disney has some cool experiences. One of them was I was busing, and this lady was charging her cell phone on a trash can. There was an outlet behind the trash can, so I told her you can't charge that there because people put trays on it. And she's like, oh, okay. So I walk off. Next thing you know, like 10 minutes later, a manager approaches me saying, did you tell a woman to leave? And I'm like, no. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. And he just walks away. I'm like, all right, that was weird, but.
I wonder what she said. Like,
probably trying to get me in trouble.
Told me to leave, but it's like, how do you get that like confused with you can't charge your phone here?
I think she was trying to get me in trouble.
I got a guest complaint when I was at a salad station in Pizza Port. This lady asked me for a side of dressing, and I looked at her, and then we have them in little cups, and so when I gave it to her, she was kind of like diagonal from me, not directly in front of me, and so I slid it to her, so like it just would slide across the counter and it landed like right to her. And next thing I know, my lead is coming up to me and saying, you just got a guest complaint saying that you rolled your eyes and that you threw her dressing at her. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was like, that's so ridiculous. Like, they're so sensitive sometimes.
You can see the evil in her eyes.
The evil in my eyes.
Right, well, I was sweeping in front of Space Mountain once, and someone approached me saying, so where's Space Mountain? And I just pointed directly up at the sign, saying, right here.
Pizza Port is, like, right next to Space Mountain.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? Like, we literally are in their entrance. I had someone ask me if we sold pizza once.
Yeah, that actually happens a lot. What do you guys serve here? Oh, hot dogs, nachos. No, it's Pizza Port. It's Italian food. Well, later on, I went into food prep, and when I was serving fusilli, fusilli chicken fusilli has Alfredo in it. Well, ours does for some reason. And so this couple, 30-year-old couple around there, was like, the girlfriend was like, I love cream in my mouth, and I was like, I bet you do. And she's just like, she just starts cracking up, laughing, and the boyfriend just gives me a thumbs up, and I'm just like, oh all right.
Oh, I had a little girl come up to me when I was cashier once, and she taps me on the shoulder, and I turn around, and she goes, excuse me, where are your farts? And I was like, and she goes, I mean forks. And we both just started dying, like the people that were next in line were like cracking up, like none of us could like compose ourselves for like 5 minutes after that. And I thought it was the most adorable like slip ever. Excuse me, where are your farts?
My kids are pretty funny.
I had a kid force choke me once. Like.
Did you drop on your knees?
Well, I did what I could. I just was like, ugh. And then I had another kid like shoot me from across the counter. And I was like ducking cover. Those are fun.
Asian girls make my day, though.
No.
They don't understand English when they're there, and...
The ones that don't speak English, obviously.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They don't... Well, a lot of them don't, because they're mostly tourists from, like, Korea or, like, China. And they point out... they're asking me something, but I don't understand. And they point at the ranch, and I'm just like, they have one in their hand, and I'm like, oh, ranch. And they're like... A whole group of them are just like, oh. I'm like, yeah, here you go.
I had a guest complaint once saying that I was too scary looking to talk to. Like, how do I take that? Like, I'm like, that's mean.
Well, you are pretty intimidating.
That's so mean. Rude. Whoever that was.
Watch, you're gonna approach you at the. They saw your YouTube video and they're just like, I was that person.
I was that person. I don't know. I feel like it might have been like some little old lady or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just looked too serious. Maybe I was just so focused that I looked intimidating. I can see that.
Well, you did kind of yell at a guest once. The story has to be brought up.
This wasn't my fault.
Apparently, it was my fault.
It was his fault. Okay. Well, I guess. Okay, so he was pushing my buttons, just like being really.
In
like,
salads.
Yeah, we were at the salad station and we. I don't know. We were just bickering.
We were helping each other make Asian salads.
Were we?
Yeah, and we were bickering back and forth.
And like, so anything he said, I like fired back with some like angry retort.
Yeah.
And I had my back against the guests, which you're not supposed to do. And a guest said, "Excuse me," or something like that. And like for some reason, my mind, like, my mind like assumed it was Ohan, and so I yelled, "What?" to the guest, thinking it was Ohan, and Ohan just looks at me and was like, "Oh my god!" And then I
really
like
zoned in there.
And then like I realized it was a guest, and I was just like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And I like freaked out. I was like, "I totally thought that was my friend. I'm so sorry." And the guest didn't even like do anything.
Yeah,
Like,
she was just like, "Yeah, it's cool."
I don't even think he like. It wasn't a guy.
It was a guy.
It was a guy.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even realize I said what to him. Like, like he like just was like, "Oh, can I have the?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And then he's like, "Oh, it's okay." I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I thought it was him."
Any famous people you've met?
Oh yeah. Paul Walker. 2 months before he died. Evil Queen from Once Upon a Time. Mark Wahlberg ate my pasta. You?
No one too famous. Like the guy from Grandma's Boy, Anthony Padilla from Smosh. That's another YouTube celebrity. And that was actually kind of funny. The only one time I went to Tomorrowland Terrace to buy some food, and walking across the park, I see him walk by me, and I'm like, I could get fired for this, but I stopped him and be like, "Hey, aren't you Anthony Padilla?" And like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Cool." I just walked away. But
I met a YouTube star like 2 days ago. Her name's Charis. She does like makeup videos and she does really crazy costume tutorials. Like she did Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, like all decked out like during the Halloween parties. And then
a lot of YouTube celebrities actually go to Disney.
yeah, and then she came in again 2 days ago dressed as Cheshire Cat, and it was like cause she's like covered in makeup, but like I was like, "Are you Charis?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Cool, right on." Because she asked me for a fruit. She came up to me and asked me for a fruit salad, so I didn't just like randomly ask her. But I was fangirling a little bit. But the guy from Sex and the City, that's with the redhead girl. I don't know his name. I've met him. Miranda Cosgrove.
See, I let a lot of celebrities just walk right past me. Like I heard Katy Perry was eating there while I was working there, and I didn't even see her.
Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake walked right in front of me. Yeah, like a band member from Metallica came in. I don't remember which one. No, not wait. Yeah, Metallica.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Metallica. Oh, Captain America came in.
Didn't you say that?
No,
Oh.
I said Paul Walker. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Captain America and Minka Kelly. Captain America and I made eye contact.
Through his sunglasses?
No, he wasn't wearing sunglasses.
No, he just had his hat down.
Yeah, oh yeah, he came up to me and, well, rude. Okay, so he came up to me and he goes, like, he's, like, no one, it was a really slow day, so no one was coming in. I'm just, like, standing at the counter waiting for people to come up to me and buy pizzas. And I see a man come toward me and I didn't recognize him right away. So I'm, like, looking at him, ready to approach him, or ready to say something as he's approaching me. And so I'm obviously looking at him, but I think he thought that I was gonna say something. And so right as he was reaching for a pepperoni slice, he like put his hat down, grabbed it, and then just left.
That couldn't be any more obvious.
I was just like, okay. A really nice one that I had recently, I was making salads. Why is everything at the salad station?
Because you always get put there.
God, I know, and I hate the salad station. Anyway, there was a mom and a little girl. There was like a line in front of me, but I overheard a mom say, "No, I'm not gonna buy you a chicken Caesar salad just so you can have the croutons." And the little girl just starts crying. And me being the cast member that wants to make magic every day, and that's our job, and making people happy, I got her 2 cups and just filled them with croutons, and I like secretly put it on her tray. And then she saw me, and then her like jaw dropped, and she just like looked at me with like astonishment, as if I performed some miraculous miracle. And then she's like, Mom, look. And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, like thank you," or "Tell her thank you." And I was like, "It's okay." And then, yeah, that little moment like made my day.
Well, making people happy feels good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I remember. Oh, well, making a guest feel good. I did this once. Once we were closed and we had those little R2D2 cups, and this family really wanted it, but the mom and daughter were outside, and the son and father were inside. And I walked inside, and he's like, "Well, can we buy that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I gotta check with the managers because we're closed." And he's like, "Okay." So I go to the managers. I'm like, "Well, this family wants this, and they want it really badly, and they're moving back, or they're going back to some other state wherever they came from." And he's like, "Well, just give it to them for free." And I'm like, "All right."
Wow.
So yeah, I go get the cup, and I hand it to him, and he's like, "How much?" And I'm like, "It's on the house." And you just see them light up.
Wow.
So happy.
I didn't even get one of those. I really wanted one.
The cups?
Yeah.
They don't sell them anymore, do they?
No. I think the people that come in to Pizza Port like all the time, like you know who they are. Those are really nice too.
We get regulars at Pizza Port.
All the time.
Like, it's Disney. How often do you get a regular? You know?
Well, it's like I never thought I would recognize regulars because there's so many people, but there's a couple that are pretty distinct. Like there's a boy that comes in every Saturday morning and takes pictures with some people. There's
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a guy that I don't know if you know him, but the guy that holds the record for coming.
I've met him a couple times.
He
holds the world record for coming to the park
every day.
Every day.
Like I think he's like
over 650.
No,
now.
he's like in the 800s now. Day 800 in a
row.
row.
Yeah,
it's like almost
when I met him, it was 600 something.
Almost three years, like he's come in a row, and he talks to me all the time. And he's actually in the
magazine.
New Sunset magazine somewhere. I think my favorite, like, I don't know, weird interactions are people that don't speak English.
Yeah.
Or like I had someone that was deaf try to talk to me, and I had no idea how to communicate.
I always feel so bad.
I do. Like, I didn't know I didn't know what he was asking, and yeah.
Or those Australians or British people with heavy accents, because they speak English, but their English is like, if you like meet a like pure Australian, you can hardly understand them, even though they're speaking English. I don't even know.
I like people with accents. There's, I think my favorite is, I enjoy Australians, British, Italians.
A lot of Hispanics. Like, I know how to say bathroom in Spanish now.
Baño. I know.
They're like, baño. I'm like, oh, okay, walk with me. Because I can't just point it out.
Yeah.
Or when little kids ask to where the bathrooms are, I'm like, you go this way, you make a right here, you make a left here, and then they're like looking at you like, and I'm like, you got that? And he's like, he still nods his head. I'm like, you don't got that.
Yeah.
They still nod their head and agree with you.
I've literally had to walk people to the bathroom because they don't speak English or something.
Yeah. You know, well, you got a lot of guests that are like really into Disney or just really like open, like really optimistic people, like, which is great. That's like the type of people that you'd want to deal with at Disney. But then you got the pessimistic, angry people. Like, why are you even at Disneyland if you're gonna act like this?
Yeah.
You know, type of people. And it just really bugs me. Like, one time this lady wanted some kids pizzas or no, she wanted pasta without the oil on it, and I'm like, all right. So 10 minutes go by, and I make it specially for her, and she's like, she comes back like 7 minutes later, right before it's done, and she's like, where is it? I'm like, it's not done yet, and she just storms off angry, and I'm just like, I told you how long it's gonna take. I ended up getting the pasta and walking it over to her and giving it for free, and she put a smile on her face after that.
Oh my gosh.
But
oh, I got one.
Yeah.
Okay, so at Pizza Port we have 3 different kinds of pastas, and each of them have different sauce. And we can't mix and match pasta. So there was a guy that was recently trained as a food prep, and he was serving spaghetti and I was mixing the fusilli. So he's on one sauce, I'm on the one next to him. And a guest asked him, hey, can I have the spaghetti and the fusilli together? And I see him just stiffen and look at me, and I'm just like stirring, and I just went like that. And then he tells the guest, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't mix the pasta. And then she looks at me, and then she goes, wait, so you're telling me I can't mix the pasta together? And I was like, no, we're not allowed to mix pasta. We can't mix and match the sauce because it's cross-contamination. And she's like, okay. And like, that was it. That was the whole interaction that we had. And she walks away. Like, and then 5 minutes later, a manager comes up to me and was like, oh, so you got a guest complaint right now? And I was like, really? I was like, me? Like, really? What did I do? And then he goes, apparently, she said your delivery came off really rude, and that I didn't, basically because I didn't give her what she wanted. She felt entitled to complain, and she basically used her excuse as she was an annual pass holder to make it sound like she was able to get the pasta the way she wanted. And like, me and the manager were both just kind of like laughing, like, okay. And he goes, don't worry about it. Like, you did nothing wrong. You're not, we're not supposed to do that. So just know that's what happened. And I was like, so what happened? And he goes, well, I gave her like 20% off, like additionally to their annual pass holder discount. So I'm pretty sure they just did that to get the discount.
They get pissed when they find out cast members get a 20% discount because annual pass holders get 10%. That's happened to me a lot where they get mad. Or I remember, like if you're a guest and you're gonna be nice, I'll be nice back and give you the world. But like, I remember like a guest came up to me rudely saying, hey, shaking her head, your fusilli is stale. I'm like, that's cool, and I just walked away. But like, I've had people,
wow.
Oh, I dropped my plate. Oh, this is cold. I'm like, all right, well, I'll get you another one. I'll get you another one, But like, she was just being so rude, and I'm like, I'm not gonna help you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if someone takes a plate off the counter and then puts it back, we have to throw it out. Like, just if it comes off the counter, we have to throw it out. That's just our rule that we have. Plus, you wouldn't want to eat it, would you? Someone else touch it? Yeah, no. So, this isn't my story, but I was there. Fatima was on penne pasta, tomato basil pasta, and she made one, and it sat there for a good 20 seconds. So she made it, she's making another one. So someone takes it, puts it back, sees that she's making a new one, takes the new one, and then puts it back again, the new one and the old one. So Fatima threw out both of them. And the girl, she asked her, she goes, so you don't want this? And then the girl's like, no. And then so Fatima threw it out, and then the guest goes, you're stupid. And Fatima just goes, have a nice day. I was like, oh my God. Like, it was like a week ago.
This was a week ago?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the heck? Like, why would you call her stupid? Like, why are you touching the food?
I mean, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, we mentally snap.
We get really frustrated, especially when we're busy.
Well, I mean, if we get, like, if people are being rude to us or calling us names, we have the right to kick them out. Unfortunately, I mean,
Yeah.
fortunately, unfortunate, I guess. But
people can be banned from Disney. I don't think people realize this. Oh, Ella has a friend that her mom is an annual pass holder, and if a cast member just looks at her wrong, she'll make a complaint. And then Ella told her, she goes, you know, we really hate guests like you. Like,
guest complaints and like, or even like guests saying compliments, they don't really affect you at all.
They don't do anything to us.
They don't.
Sure, like, you know what?
I mean, if it's like something serious, then
yeah.
But if it's like,
most of the time, the managers brush it off.
Yeah.
Like all the guest complaints I've had, I honestly feel like the guests just felt really entitled, and they just wanted to get me in trouble or get free food out of it. And the managers know that, and especially when they hear my side of the story, they know what kind of person I am. They know I would never throw a dressing at someone, or what are they gonna do to the complaint that I got that I was too scary looking to talk to? Like, what are they gonna do? Oh, change your face, you know?
You're gonna get demoted.
I'm gonna get demoted for the way I look, but
a lot of nerds coming on Halloween too.
Someone asked me randomly. I felt really proud of this.
Oh.
Someone asked me what planet Luke Skywalker was from.
That's easy though.
I know, and I was like, Tatooine? And then the guys were like, Tatooine! Duh! And then they look like really nerdy.
A bunch of bros.
They look really nerdy.
Okay.
They look like nerdy guys that genuinely forgot what planet he was from. So I felt really proud, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I was like, oh my gosh, they actually asked me the question. Like, they could have asked anybody. Like, why would they ask me? Like, I don't know. Like, do I look Star Wars savvy?
Maybe they were testing you. What about your first fan walking in a couple days ago?
Oh my god! Okay. I had, thanks. I had a guy come in just 2 days ago saying he goes, Allie? And I was like, yeah? And I thought he was just saying my name because, like, my name tag, because I didn't recognize him, and he goes, you're from YouTube. And I was like, yeah. I mean, I don't, like, associate myself with being from YouTube. I posted a couple videos, but I was like, yeah. And then he goes, cool, right on. And then he like walks away, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone actually recognized me from YouTube. Like, it was so cool.
It's funny, he probably didn't want to even bug you. That's why he's like, cool, right on.
He told me later on that he felt shy.
Huh. How old is he?
I don't know.
Or she? He or she? He?
Old, mid-20s maybe. Like 25. So that is it for our guest experiences. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was really fun. Got some laughs and memories out of it. Hope we see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Any last words?
No.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.